Spirituality means meditation. Meditation is spirituality. There is no other spirituality other than meditation. Spirituality is not traveling to Himalayas. Spirituality is not traveling to Kashi or Rameshwaram. Spirituality means staying wherever you are, closing your eyes and becoming one with your breath. Non-spirituality is hell. Spirituality is heaven. Non-spirituality is paradise lost. Spirituality is paradise regained.
Physically, what was the most difficult thing is controlling the mind and getting peace of mind among all the things. That's why eminent people who have succeeded everything in life, they are here every morning, early morning getting up and coming here, because this method gives you the possibility of achieving what is considered impossible, and it is available to every one of us.
Meditation has been the ultimate medicine for all the problems. It's a permanent medicine. If you take medicine, it will only helpful for a short time. But meditation is going to be a lifelong medicine.
Good morning and good evening, friends. Welcome to today's program. Welcome, Chilcha sir, and please take over from here.
Happy morning, dear friends and masters. Great afternoon, evening. Spirituality is meditation. Meditation is training the mind and meditation is connecting to this infinite field of intelligence. Milton said, the mind can make the hell out of heaven and heaven out of hell. It's all there in the mind. Meditation is absolutely training the mind to make and see everything as heaven. First, and then gradually to make and see everything as an experience. One cannot exist with the other. A high cannot be there when there is no low. Training the mind means to see that equanimity of the experience that we have every day. Connecting to the intelligence means to see that inner connection among all of us. There are 3 levels of consciousness. The first level of consciousness is saying that I am me, I am separate than you. I am separate, you are separate. I need to take care of me. Me and mine, they're all that exists for me. In any situation, first I have to take care of me. Doesn't matter. Whatever extent I have to go, I'll go, but I'll take care of me. This is one level of consciousness. This meeting is important. I drive people crazy to see that they all attend. This project is important for me and my family, so it doesn't matter what happens to others, but it's important. So I'm in that consciousness, driving, being in that survival consciousness, the greed consciousness, one-upmanship consciousness. And as we complete these experiences, we evolve to the next level of consciousness where we say, I am there, you are there, but then with cooperation, with the love, with compassion, with friendship, then I can experience the same without losing any of that experience. I can still experience all of that but with love, with compassion, with cooperation, recognizing that everyone deserves the same as me. Everyone has the right to experience the same as me. The second level of consciousness is to understanding and then giving that consideration, being empathetic, friendly. But that comes from fundamental understanding, a belief that I'm still separate than you. I'm still this body, I'm still this molecules, bones, and so this life, I'm still have this life, and me and mine are all what still are different from you and yours. Somewhere, the intellect is developed enough that by cooperating, I can experience more. By cooperating, I can extend my joyous moment for longer by cooperating with others. The second level of consciousness is anchored by love and compassion. It requires little greater understanding and knowledge. But when things don't work out, it drops back to the first level of consciousness where it says, I have to take care of me. It's seeking that power, it's seeking that joy, it's seeking that comfort by cooperating with everybody. If everybody agrees and things happen, great. But the moment things don't work out the way it wants to experience, then it drops back to the first level of consciousness and says, I have to get it at any cost. I tried to be the peace, I tried to develop the peace and friendship, but it doesn't work, cooperation. So now I'm going to take my force and then apply it. I have to get it by any cost. So it pulls back and falls back to the first level of consciousness because it thinks fundamentally, I am separate, you are separate. It goes back to the survival mode, survival consciousness. So the first level of consciousness is separate and I get what I want at any cost. Second level is saying, I can cooperate and then work with everybody with peace, compassion, kindness, and then by helping others, and they help me, and in return, I can be still getting what I want, but in consideration of everybody else. But the third level is there, dear friends, where the consciousness fundamentally understands that I'm not different from the other. That the other is me, and then I am in other. That I am so intricately connected that I'm not different. I am this whole, and everything is in this whole. When I am this whole, then there isn't anything that is outside of me, that I am the one who is creating with experiencing it. If the other did not have it, that means I don't have it. I feel fundamentally the same for everybody around me, not just me and my family, but not me and my close circle, but for everybody. If they don't have it, I feel I don't have it because I am the whole, I'm the one. And so I feel for them and I work for them. So the third level of consciousness is called oneness consciousness or the wholeness consciousness. That oneness is that I'm one with everybody. Wholeness is that I am this existence. So what is that I miss? Everything is with me. If I want to experience that power, I can have it. If I want to experience that comfort, I can have it. If I want to experience that greater, grander celebration, I can have it. It's all within me. It's not outside. Because I am the whole. Now, quantum physics is beautifully can explain this third level of consciousness, that everything is that. And our meditation is the way to go into that consciousness, because meditation helps us to fundamentally experience it. It's not possible otherwise to be that. It's only an intellectual understanding. First level of consciousness, of course, we experience because it's all anchored on me as body and molecules, bones and molecules. So then it's all matter-based. And so survival, we can experience it. We do it. I use my force, I use my might, I use my authority, and then I get what I want. I experience it. Second level, I am more friendly. I'm cooperating with others. Still on this plane, we experience it. But third level, feeling that connection with all things and everybody requires a greater switch from what we think we are as a separate individual entities to one. It needs to be experienced. And it's all there in the energy field. And it's possible only with meditation. To switching to that mode, we got to forget ourselves completely here to experience the other side. We can be energy or matter. We can be energy or matter, not both. Simultaneously. We are that, but to experience material reality, we have to fall into a time and space, so we can only be one at a time. So we got to let go of it, and then meditation develops that consciousness of wholeness and oneness. And when that is there, there's no more dropping back to lower self, the lower two levels, because that's far greater. You never feel helplessness because something is not coming to me. You never feel helplessness because something, injustice and tragedy is happening to me, because I am that. So what is the question of me complaining and pointing to somebody and saying they are the ones doing it and that God is the one who's doing it to me? Because we are that. We merge into that consciousness, dear friends. We understand this scientifically. We call this spiritual scientific understanding. We want to see that everybody develops, every leader develops this spiritual scientific mindset, that there is only oneness everywhere. There is only this whole field, that quantum field, or the existence is all one, and then I am that. So we will go into that. We'll understand that today. What is spiritual scientific mindset? We've been learning bits and pieces during this program so far about this, and a lot of that understanding came on Monday when I was talking about the field of possibilities and then how it's all connected. So we're going to reinforce these concepts once again to develop that understanding. Let's go into meditation, dear friends, once again. Practicing breath mindfulness meditation. Our goal is to rest the mind, empty the mind, and be in that state of emptiness. Emptiness is energy, the field of possibilities of one. So with this meditation, we rest the mind slowly, slowly move away, and then release all that 95% of negative thousands of thought. And so move into more state of thought that is more in alignment with what we're wishing to experience towards a purpose on one side. And then with this meditation, when we are emptying our mind and we are placing ourselves into this emptiness, then we are in this connected to this quantum field of possibilities, which is inspiring us every day through that connection. So how do we do it? Pretty simple. Sit down comfortably as you see in the picture with our eyes closed, specs removed, fingers into fingers, hands in your lap, rested comfortably. And your feet crossed at ankle, observe your normal, natural breath. Take a reference point anywhere on the nose and observe your natural breath, the breath that's going in and coming out. When you observe your breath, your mind becomes empty. As the mind is becoming empty, we experience greater emptiness. Be with it. We experience emptiness all around. Observe it. Slowly we experience some kind of sensation, movement, or visions in your body and mind. Observe them. Do not interpret, observe them. At any given point, if you notice you have thought, bring your attention back to the breath, and then again start from the beginning and observe the breath, and again slowly go into those empty states and be there. This will happen many times as thoughts continue to come, and every time you recognize there are thoughts, you come back to the breath, and then again observe the breath. Go back to emptiness. It is called breath mindfulness meditation. Before we do this process, we practice heart elevation process to help us go into an elevated states of emotion that makes us slip into meditative states, deeper meditative states. Just follow my guidance for this, dear friends. Relax yourself. Sit comfortably. Relax your body. Dear masters, respects removed, eyes closed. Keep your hands on your chest area with your attention on your sacred heart. With your attention on your sacred heart, feel that energy With a slow, long, relaxing breath, connect your heart center, the center of all emotions, which is nurturing all life with its energies of love, compassion, gratitude. Allow yourself to merge into your breath. And allow yourself to experience the emptiness, that blackness. all emptiness is energy. Allow yourself to experience this energy, that emptiness, that field of possibility, the field of intelligence. The more you stay aware of this emptiness, that void, the more experiences you draw into your life. aware, the longer you stay connected to this emptiness, this blackness, the more empowered you become, the more empathetic you become. Allow yourself to merge into the emptiness of yourself. This is your greater mind. recollect your experiences from the session. How did you feel? What did you see? And who have you become? And whenever you're ready, you can keep your hands on your eyes for 5 seconds, and then you may open your eyes. Okay, dear friends. Hope you enjoy the session. There is a model that Dr. Deepak Chopra wrote about and then talked about. And you find mention of it in his book, The Ageless Body, Timeless Mind. That we're all very connected, that every breath we take, we breathe in 2 to the power of 23 atoms. And we breathe out an equal number. That is a big number. Into trillions and trillions and trillions, 2 to the power of 23 atoms are breathed. We breathe in and breathe out. And every breath. The model goes about saying that essentially when we breathe in and breathe out atoms, and so we are breathing in atoms of everybody else around us, everything else around us. In 3 weeks, we would have breathed an atom of at least every living being on the planet Earth into us. And in 3 weeks, every living being on the planet Earth has got at least one atom of us in it. Even just physically speaking, we all have everybody's atoms in each of us all the time, because just 3 weeks, all living beings, I'm talking about all trillions of species that are there, the microcosm that is there sitting under the earth and the ground, not just human beings. In many ways, we are connected. And the practice of meditation is always helping us to see this connection, elevating us to see this connection. And the connection is seen, just like a mother sees the connection with her son or child. When we see the connection, then you know how the planet can be. It's always a mother-child relationship, nothing else. Let's understand this concept, what we call spiritual scientific mindset. That this meditation we're practicing is it's taking us to. Buddha's Quantum Foundation is deeply wishing and working for developing this mindset, this consciousness, the third level of consciousness. It's also called in the spiritual terms fifth dimension, third dimensional, fourth dimensional, fifth dimensional consciousness. The third dimensional, we're all fundamentally separate. I have to take care of me and my mind. Fourth dimensional consciousness, we can cooperate with each other, love each other, friendship with each other, so we can get many things done. Still experience life greatly. Which is where for the last 100 years plus that there is many initiatives taken. But the fundamental lack in that is that we continue to fall back to the third dimension when things don't happen the way we want. Two countries want to cooperate, but things don't work out, and each country is trying to protect itself and then drops back into third dimension consciousness and then says, I have to defend, I have to protect, I have to do this, I have to do that. And so suddenly cut off supplies, suddenly start investing into things that create more conflict. It happens because the fundamental understanding is that I am separate, you're separate. Still, fourth dimension consciousness lacks that fundamental. This is the fifth dimensional understanding, is that you and I are not separate. So rather than trying to protect boundaries, then they're looking at it and saying, why do you have a boundary in the to begin with? This boundary of caste, boundary of religion, boundary of community, boundary of company and organization, group, why do you have it? Rather than drawing more boundaries and protecting in a fifth level, we go towards dropping boundaries. That's the only way we become one. Let's understand this a little bit, dear friends, scientifically through this masterclass, which must lead towards oneness and abundance. There's oneness, there's no conflict. If there's abundance, there's no feeling of helplessness to dominate or manipulate people. The Greek philosopher said no man can step into the same river twice because a new man and a new river. What it's saying then is applying to it, which is because the river is always moving. It's a moving river, flowing river. So you go there, you step in, and then of course the water that you touches you is naturally different from the water is there a second ago. It's always flowing, it's always different. At every moment it's not the same. The composition of the river is not the same. And so is the case with us, that every second we are constantly changing. Our body is changing, cells are constantly replicating, duplicating, a million cells die and a million cells reproduce. Leaving alone the red blood cells, 800,000 cells get produced every second. And then so equal number of cells also go away in every second in our body. So we're not the same. Practically, 99.99% of our body gets recycled once every 7 years. Every organ gets recycling its old cells and then creating new cells, starting from as low as 5 days, the intestine inside the walls of the intestine, as low as 5 days, to 6 months for a liver, to more and more, but ultimately in 7 years, everything is recycled, including the skeleton cells, barring a few, for whatever reason they are that way. Some scientific models talk about it. So we're never the same. We're always constantly changing and evolving. So we can anchor to that point and say, yes, there is change happening all the time. We just have to see it. We don't hold on to the old beliefs, old systems, and then things that have been said and told to us that, take care of yourself, take care of yourself, take care of yourself. in a negative way. We take care of ourselves with love and compassion, not with more material things which constantly exploit others. We said in the beginning of this program that meditation is developing physical vitality, the physical quotient, health, energy, intelligence. It develops a lot of intelligence, powers of the mind, abilities, sound mind. We briefly understood during these 3 weeks that emotional intelligence is developed greatly because we look into ourselves, we penetrate into our being, our emotional body to constantly see where our emotions are. When you understand your emotions, and the moment you recognize there is a different way to express it, you start expressing differently. You change your response, move from reaction to response. So meditation is helping to improve the emotional intelligence. Some of us, I'm sure, by now in the 3 weeks, especially newcomers, would have noticed a remarkable difference in the way you express your emotion, that anger management, many things that are experiencing calmness, coolness, not get swayed away by comments from people. They still happen. But in most cases, we can at least recover back pretty quickly. That's our emotional intelligence. And we understood in the last 3 days how manifestation, being able to focus towards things, being open to the possibilities, and then being able to focus towards things and then remove any limiting beliefs can help us move into create a new future. Of course, people will experience this gradually and slowly. And 6 months from now, I'm sure it'll come back and then tell that, hey, things are happening for me. As I think about it, they're coming into my life. That's manifestation. And spiritual quotient must be understood. That meditation is helping us to understand a greater perspective. The right practice, giving us the wisdom to understand a greater perspective. When I have a greater perspective, or the energy perspective, a body-minded person to an energy-minded perspective, then we start living differently. We start suddenly moving ourselves into a more meaningful life, more purposeful life. For example, a mother feels a purpose is to raise the children and to make them the finest human beings, nothing else. That is the first priority. Even fathers can sway away with their goals, but mother, no matter what it is, they'll come back and say, where is my child? What is he or she doing? It's like learning good things, are like becoming better every day. So they find some meaning of life in seeing that a child becomes the best human being. And so a spiritual quotient, when they develop, that's exactly what happens to each and every one of us, and every leader, every one of us, to see that everybody around is that mother-child relationship, to see that everybody becomes the finest human being. What is the spiritual quotient? The first understanding is that everybody is within me. I'm connected. The second understanding is each of us have unlimited potential. I have unlimited potential. Limited person, I'm lesser mortal, I have less, I have few, all of these words to I'm unlimited. The third understanding is that I create that reality by me. So limited or unlimited, it's me. I have that potential, I can bring that potential out, is the third understanding. Not somebody else is bringing it out, but I am the one to bring it out. I have to be inspired to see it and then bring it out, my reality by me. The fourth understanding is that there is abundance. If the whole pursuit is to gain happiness and then gain abundance of happiness and abundance of joy, and then if the pursuit is in going after things outside, but the principle is saying there is abundance even outside, while there is plenty inside, There's an abundance for everybody, everywhere. We just have to see it. And the last understanding, dear friends, is that there is a higher intelligence. I'm not alone. There is a higher intelligence constantly helping, something called consciousness. That intelligence, which is infinite wisdom, infinite will, and then consciousness, infinite energy. This all combined is this higher intelligence, is there helping me. It is manifesting constantly in a way that you least expect and imagine. That unexpected help is always coming. Some of us can relate to it in our life, even before meditation. But with meditation, that unexpected help is called synchronicity, is happening more often, more frequently. Quantum physics principle is that we are less matter, more energy. We are connected to each other in this one energy field. We heard this. So we are connected to each other in one energy field. And so every day in our meditation, as we drop our body, we drop the matter, then we are experiencing that energy. That's why the meditation that we practice must be very, very right technique that takes us into this, slips us into this field of connectedness, that emptiness. If I'm in the mind all the time and I call it meditation, then there's no way that you're ever not connected to this whole field. You're only creating a positive energy in your mind to create something, but you're never connected to the whole to experience that I am the whole. And so your intention of visualization must move. Only when you experience the whole, the visualization move towards something that has minimum consequence to others. Otherwise, I can sit down here and keep visualizing 20-bedroom house for myself in the middle of this beautiful forest, destroying so many things, even though I just need a small one room. When we don't have this understanding of connection, then we just continue to create mindlessly, use the power of mind, but continue to create mindlessly. The right meditation must be there, which moves us into this wholeness, the field, which is connected to experience it. Breath mindfulness meditation, dear friends, is the most simplest, is the swiftest shortcut to place ourselves in this field, the quantum field of connection. Because we are observing our breath, suddenly we slip into it. We lose the sense of where we are, and we slip into this field, and then we start experiencing. The moment we are there, and we start experiencing the natural property of the field, which is connection, which is all, everything is energy, energy is interconnected. So when you experience it, when you come back, we no longer can, we carry that feeling into the wakeful life. And so then we no longer feel, we stop slowly coming out of the separateness feeling. That's really an experiential understanding, not intellectual understanding. Some people, a few people, can transcend that, have that understanding like Chitti Krishnamurtiji. But not many can have that understanding to drop in. Even them must have had a greater experience in the past, and so then they're able to advocate it, they're able to be with it. May not necessarily have done a lot of meditation of any kind, but be with it. But then if you experience meditation, through right meditation, then we are experiencing this connection. How many people feel that? Those who have been practicing meditation for some time, how many people feel that they have felt some kind of connection in their meditation, they experienced it, and so then now compared to a year ago, that you feel less need for dominating somebody, you feel less need for manipulating somebody, less need to be aggressive on somebody. Please say in your chat. When we have this, automatically our decisions are very, very considerate. The moment we have it, I talked about mother-child, the moment you feel one, not separate, then your decisions and our decisions always are looking at and saying, when you are in the queue, today we run to the queue and say, hey, no, I have less tickets, less things, and let me run. And then be in the queue ahead of the other person. But the more you meditate, the more you understand it. Okay, I've gone with 3 people, but they also require it as much as you. So what? If you don't get it, I'll go to the next one. That's what we do naturally. If there are only 5 seats in a show, and there are 10 of you, we say, hey guys, you guys go up in the 5, and then we'll come in the next one. In a park, you're doing a ride, do one after the other, natural. But we do the same to everybody, dear friends, that need to be in front of the others goes away. We're no longer survival. Automatically, we start taking care of others. When there is financial challenge for the company, we don't look to say, let me protect my people, and then so give pink slip to everybody else. And so we say, everybody is my person. And so rather than giving pink slip, you look at it and say, hey guys, let's all reduce our need. Can we all come together and then drop our salaries to maybe 50%? And then see if everyone can continue to have the remaining 50. So everybody can be there. Why the other way? To take away a lot of people. Because it's not, we are fundamentally still a survival oriented. We feel separate and we want to protect ourselves and the important people, the senior people who we feel otherwise worried about it. They'll leave if I cut their salaries and ask them to take a cut and take the sacrifice. They don't even have the courage to talk. But a leader fundamentally transforms when they see this oneness experience that, how do I take care of everybody constantly? This second quotient, the second understanding of the spiritual scientific mindset, the tenet, is that a field has infinite possibilities. We said we're all connected as one, and that has infinite possibility. Because everything is energy, all these trillions and trillions and trillions of atoms and molecules of everything and everybody ever can imagine is there, and the field is all connected as energy, and it's all possible because it's all unpredictably waiting. Energy becomes matter when? In infinite ways. That energy can become matter in many ways. The electron, scientifically speaking, while it's in the orbit, electrons are rotating around the orbit from the nucleus, an element. As the electrons rotate, and an electron, when it jumps, we know that the atoms transform from one to the other because the electrons jump from one orbit to the other. All right? They jump from one orbit to the other, suddenly the electron, the atom transforms. It changes its composition and becomes something else. So that's how the whole field is changing. And so when an electron jumps from one to the other, one orbit to the other, scientists haven't discovered when does it happen. There's no predictability. It jumps. We don't know why it happens, but it jumps suddenly. Unpredictable, it jumps from one to the other. And they've never noticed a linear motion of it going from here to there. It suddenly disappears and appears somewhere. Unpredictable. It disappears from this orbit suddenly and then appears in another orbit suddenly. There's no linearity of it to trace it. It's quantum jump from one to the other, unpredictable jump. That's exactly what happens, dear friends. The unlimited potential is there. It can show up unpredictably in a least expected way because it's not linear in thinking. But the understanding is that unlimited potential is there, and each of this potential can be manifested because of this unpredictability of the field. We don't even understand it, but that intelligence is there, unpredictably coming that potential. Otherwise, we say, yeah, I understand it and everything is possible, but based on where I am today, it's not possible. That's predictability. But meditation, as we connect to the field and as we experience this unpredictable nature of it showing up into our lives, and a sudden paycheck coming, sudden bonus coming, sudden person coming into our life, which we're working for attracting a great partner for years go by, but here suddenly they show up. a real estate contract which is not resolved, the dispute is not going away for years, come into meditation, suddenly something happens. And the same person who said no is saying yes to us, right? Suddenly something happens. Unpredictability is there. So which means that any unlimited potential can come into us. So then dear friends, we are not limiting ourselves. So the moment we understand this as we practice meditation, then we start saying, no longer limit ourselves, no longer worry in telling no to people, no to things. If business wants growth, we don't say no, we say, let me look at it, maybe it's possible. Somebody says, hey, deliver this project in 9 months, while you feel it is an uphill task and impossible to do anything under 1 year. Now, before meditation, you say, no way, first reaction, but now you'll say, let me explore. Yes, why not? There is support, there's unlimited possibility. There is a possibility we all can come to and deliver it, so why not? Let me try. That trying is important to experience something new. We move into innovate more. We become more creative. We draw new experiences. People have a deep interest for music, but they never found time in their entire life because they just sacrificed their life for their family. May we see many homemaker women, they've sacrificed everything of them for the family. All their interests have been set aside. But now with meditation, suddenly you start developing that interest towards everything that we had thought about, which is not there anymore for us, comes back. My mom is an example. Started learning music at 65 and sings and practices running a meditation center now at 70. The next tenet is that the core understanding of yad bhavam tad bhavati, that our observation manifests possibility. Our thoughts create reality. So it's I am the one to create reality, not somebody else. So we start owning up every experience in our life. It is a complete switch from trying to find fault in others, trying to cover our back, and then trying to say who didn't do, and because of it we got into this messy situation today. If thoughts create reality, then we must be drawing every experience. How can it be that I'm irritated and so it's because of somebody else that I'm irritated? Must have exhibited that thought somewhere. Or we must be doing it to somebody, and so somebody is causing it back to us, which we are allowing to happen through a weaker mind. We get influenced and say that there are authorities, their bosses who are all very strict and then disciplined, and they come and then tell you in a hard way, and you're going to take it. And so we assume that, oh, I have to take it, and you are weak in your mind, you take those things, you're ready, you're allowing it to be created. So it created their experience. So you take that. Now you say, blaming the other person. In the first place, we allowed it. Where is the meaning? The meaning is all in the mind. And somebody tells me stupid, I don't become stupid unless you take it. And I take that meaning. I can blame that person and say, you're constantly causing me damage, versus another. The person does not change. I constantly feel the same helplessness, versus I just give a smile at him or her, and then I have many choices to make. I can walk away, I can smile, and then confuse them, be patient and say, what the hell is going on? And make them contemplate and think. That's what happened to Angulimala when Gautam Buddha is walking towards him. Angulimala, who killed 99 people, got 99 thumbs to wear around in a mala, in a garland. He wanted to have 100. The 100th one is waiting in the forest, and so the Gautam Buddha walks towards him, knows that he is looking for it, but Gautam Buddha is fear of death. The fear of death is no longer there for Gautam Buddha. He recognizes consciousness as a transient experience. So he's walking towards him. Angulimala is getting surprised. Who is this man walking towards me? He knows that I'm a dreaded criminal, but the Mala is angry, the Buddha is walking towards him, quieter, more patiently. Angulimala is telling him, look, this is going to be your last. But Buddha continues to walk towards him, so he gets confused. He gets surprised. What's happening here? Our responses, we create our, and so Angulimala in that moment instantly transforms immediately. Looking at the courageousness of the Gautama Buddha walking into the death undisturbed. And so sees the power in Buddha and says, tell me what makes you so strong, and I would like to become that. We create our own reality all the time through our observation, our thought, our feeling, dear friends. So we change our thought, we change and we bring the reality. So then we stop blaming and we take ownership. We become solution-oriented, not problem-oriented. How many people now understand this? Please say yes in the chat. That earlier, you're looking and you're worried about some issues coming up, and then you're worried and looking and say, why is it happening all the time? And then you're trying to find and say, hey, you got to do this, you got to do that. Versus now and say, okay, I see a situation, I need to figure this out. I don't blame authority anymore for lack of, empathy and taking care of this drains, and then water is coming. But right now, I need to figure out a way to protect and see how do I stay above the water. Solution-oriented, ownership-oriented. It has to become that way the moment we develop that consciousness, dear friends. And the last one, dear friends, fourth one is abundance. Abundance is everywhere. The unlimited opportunity, not only for me, for you and everyone. So there is opportunity. Everything is growing in life. Your stock markets are growing, wealth is growing, comfort is growing, technology is growing, intelligence is growing, amount of information that is at our disposal is growing, everything is growing. So where is the question of having the thought of shrinking? If the shrinking is there in the mind, then we experience a shrinking environment. It's an infinite field of creation. So you think about it, it happens. Many spiritual organizations, when they go to a dry, barren land, where people thought there's no water, when they go there, because collectively they think that the earth will respond and then give that water. So the water comes. Water comes there. We've seen it in Pyramid Valley. I heard the story from Karthikens at Kanaha, a dry, barren area. Then they generate plenty of water now from the source. It's all about how we think. And I was looking at some of the Osho was having built a big city in Oregon. It's all a no man's land, barren land. And then as they built the project, and then there's so much water generated in there. What otherwise? Abundance creates based on the way we think. If you understand the field is there, everything gets created from the field, then everything can be created if we have the mindset difference. And so then we can work through it. Abundance is there. But then we're all connected as one. And so when you have abundance mindset, but then we don't become reckless creator, because thoughts create reality. I want to do what I want to do. But then we also look at it and say, why should I impact that plant? Why should I impact that boulder that is sitting there? Should I just generally mindlessly remove it? We become very conscious of everything. And so we create consciously what is most necessary for us. We move from a greed to need, or we move from our desires to our needs, and then slowly we move from our needs to others' needs. It's a concept we'll understand later. But while we recognize, however, abundance is there, so I don't have to dominate, manipulate, aggressive on others, and then take away from people. We don't do that anymore. You say, I can generate an abundance in me. I feel wealthy, so then I generate a lot of money. I feel great well-being in our body, so the body responds and then develops the vitality. Everything comes. The thoughts have to change. Abundance is there's no more scarcity thinking. So no more survival thinking. And so the last one, dear friends, is that the intelligence is always there helping us. paying attention to it. That unexpected help is coming. Somewhere around 300 years ago, the whole consciousness has been removed from textbooks, removed from everywhere as the industrial development happened. They said everything has to be seen, touched, felt, then only it is there, otherwise not there. And so removed. The experience, the subjective experience of individual is removed. Please read the book Celeste and Prophecy by James Redfield, The 9 Insights. How the world evolved, where how everything is energy, but how things change. A lot of insights come from that book. The intelligence is there. And some religions, of course, talk about it, but some say it's all not there, so difficult for them to accept. But how do you expect and how do you explain this intelligent body working? Can't be random existence, can't be random existence of all these billions of stars and planets working together incoherently without crashing into each other. And so there's got to be some intelligence, at least that much. A tree suddenly springs up so many flowers just in an hour. That moment is not there. An hour later, you come there, all the buds have become flowers so beautifully, perfectly, and so symmetric. And where is that? Who is creating all of it? When man struggles to create even one from that perspective, well, of course, we had so much intelligence in us too. There is intelligence, and then meditation helps us to be back in touch with that intelligence, that there is something that is expecting, consciously paying attention, helping. Because we recognize we are consciousness, the whole is consciousness, ever expanding. So, dear friends, we start paying attention to it. We no longer feel helpless. We no longer feel I'm alone. I have to wade this whole thing, swim through it. There is enough help coming if only we ask for it. And so then we become more heart-centric. We start feeling more intuitive and then take decisions based on intuition, that help that is coming. While we do what is important and right for us, but we also give a lot of importance to the heart center, the feeling that are driving our intuitional intelligence of this whole through a feeling. We connect our feeling more, less to the mind. Mind is constantly analyzing. So we make better decisions, greater decisions. So dear friends, so the concept of spiritual scientific mindset is fundamentally transforming each of us as we understand this through meditation and experience slowly by being more open to explore. So one, we are feeling more and more one, no separation to oneness. We become more growth oriented. So we experience newness. We bring constant newness in life. Those who thought they will do 10, they will do 100. Those who never thought that I can do this, they'll start doing it. They go into expedition, they start thinking of creating businesses. Those who are already in it, they start thinking of venturing into new fields and new areas. All new experience to experience and expand ourselves. Creativity at its best. We no longer blame people, instead we take ownership for everything that is happening. Take ownership. We stop complaining and sitting in go on complaining forever. We can do it. Morning onwards, going through the newspapers, you can talk blaming and complaining everything and everybody. What happens? Our life doesn't change. Create more of it. Instead, we take ownership and say, how can I be helping in this situation? Oh, I can help by reducing my consumption. Yeah, traffic problem is there. Can I reduce my consumption? Yes, that is a solution. We look at ways, can I move away from the central city to go an outward place? If not, it's not possible. At least don't complain and then see how you can just cooperate and so then spread a better vibration. Scarcity to abundance, so then the need to manipulate, dominate goes away. And then, dear friends, finally, we are becoming more intuitive, heart-centric decisions we take. Everything comes into experience, dear friends, and we become a new self. Every leader, as they become this new self, identify themselves with the new properties. We got to have a great planet. That's our understanding of why we are relentlessly in this pursuit of spreading meditation. And then towards that, we are organizing this global conference of meditation leaders to bring that energy into everybody, that understanding into everybody. I'm very, very grateful to Karthikeyan sir for helping to give all the support, and many, many volunteers who are there in supporting it, and for Patriji personally, and as Buddhasa Quantum Foundation for instilling this vision, this understanding. Thank you very much, dear friends. I request Jagdisha to give the observations and to conclude this session.
Thank you. Greetings all. When you said about openness out there, I was reminded of what Anita Murjani said in her book. She says, when you have a warehouse and you just look at a flashlight, use a flashlight, you see whatever boxes are there right inside. The moment you switch on the light, you see how huge the warehouse is. And there are so many things out there. And meditation is to me something like that. It's like switching on the switch light in this huge warehouse called the universe, and you see so much out there. And suddenly you open up, the world opens up to you, the universe opens up to you, and see so many things that we can look for, so many potentialities there are. And it's a wonderful way of that Anita Mujani has explained to us. And I was reminded of it the moment you said that. And even this conference that you're talking about, it's hopefully looking at opening up. I've always believed in what Aurobindo had said. There will be a time when we'll all really become one. We really feel one. And this conference that you're talking about, again, I look at it as one of those steps, however small it may be, to open up the entire universe for all of us. Thanks for letting me say that.
Thank you, Jagdish sir. And thank you that I know you traveling from Bangalore to Delhi to be part of this.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yes, we all take part. Geetaji is coming, Nagendra is coming, everybody is coming, and we all want to be here in this. Sonalji is going to organize one in St. Louis very soon. Please talk about it.
Yes, sir. We are so grateful, and we are waiting. Yes, we're going to have a great conference. Everybody's invited. It's going to be March 31st in St. Louis, and I'm sure we'll have. We're waiting for a few more satsangs. That's not on a. It's going to be more personal. But I think if anybody wants to travel. Come to St. Louis, please reach out to us. We'll make all arrangements for y'all. Same for Dallas. We're going to have our advanced retreat in Dallas. If anybody needs any help in accommodations, transportations, we're all here. Reach out to any of us and we'll be happy to help. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Yes, we need to bring our flyers out quickly and have these events listed.
Yes.
Right? Okay, on the website. So thank you all, dear friends. So we'll see you all again tomorrow. After a short break, we'll hear some of your experience of wholeness, oneness, of the spiritual scientific mindset. Some of you have been practicing. And those of you new, if you're finding that it's making sense, I'd like to hear that. A lot of these are theoretical statements before, but with meditation, they start making sense because we truly experience it. Thank you all. After a short break, we'll have some conversation. Thank you.
Within me, gratitude all around me. I'm so grateful. 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 I'm so grateful.
Yes. Yes, Nagendra.
Good evening, sir. Good morning, everybody. Thank you for having me here. Lots of gratitude to you, sir. I have talked to you one time before in one of your programs. I'm Asha. I'm from Jacksonville, Florida. And this is actually this month will be my third, finishing 3 years of meditation. And I do about 2 hours a day. It's like peeling the leaves of an onion. The journey has been actually hilarious, because you see what you took to be reality is not reality, and you put so much of effort and emotions into it, and you're like, why did you even do that? And blame and complain has totally gone away. The minute you even the words of blame or complaint tries to come out, you sit back and you say, okay, so what did I learn from this? What I am creating this, so what is this teaching me? What do I need to do now? How can I improve the situation with love and kindness and compassion? What can I do now? Everything has not been hunky-dory. Lots of ups and downs have come, but only extreme momentary cause of discomfort or sadness. And then the switch comes on, and then I'm able to let go of it. And then I don't even remember what caused all that drama. Big things that happened was, one thing, my brother passed away the same month as Patriji sir. And the death, I flew from USA to India to be with him. And I just said, you're more than welcome to leave. I won't be feeling bad if I am not there when you leave. But, I would like to see you. Anyway, go there. He actually got better for a few days, even talked with me and everybody, and then went down and passed away. The beauty of it is, to me, that death was as beautiful as a birth of a child. There was no difference. It was so beautiful that I did not feel the person leaving or coming or anything. And it is all due to meditation. I don't feel the difference. I don't feel, if, of course, I have, the minute, let's say I judge somebody, immediately the forgiveness comes into me. Please forgive me, and we are one. So what is it that person, if the person looked ugly, okay, what is it that I feel ugly about myself? Let me work on that. If that thought ugly came, or if the thought happiness came, what is it in me that I'm happy about? So, I'm trying to just say that the 3 years have just been a revelation. The oneness is amazing. And there is so much on this beautiful earth that we can do, that we can experience, and be. The other two things is gratitude, of course, 100%. If I feel like complaining, then I'll change it to gratitude. And then if I feel like I don't know what else to do, then I just surrender to the situation. Just surrender and be with it. And okay, let me experience this pain. Let me see how it feels, instead of trying to resist it. So that I just wanted to share that whatever you said, I just wanted newcomers also to know that it may not feel like anything is happening right now, but consistency and not letting it go, it is as good as breathing. And since it's with the breath, that is all there is. There is nothing else left.
Oh, wonderfully said, Ashaji. Awesome. I wish to meet you when I'm in the United States.
I know last time when you were here, I had gone to San Francisco for my one of my grandbaby's birth. So I was seeing all your YouTubes and stuff, and I was saying, we can't meet. So now when Sonal Sonalji was talking about it. I'm thinking it looks like March 31st I'll be free. So I might think about that. I might think about it. I will think about it.
Please come.
Yes, we'll plan on it. I'll keep in touch with you.
Sure.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. You also must be teaching. You teach?
Hello. Good morning,
I
sir.
was teaching
And
at
good
that
morning.
point, and now I don't. It was like a 1 year of we were doing mentorship for meditation, and then now pretty much I am not really teaching on an official basis or anything. But when I meet somebody, I try to convince them to join the one of the 40-day or 21-day courses and send them the WhatsApp messages and stuff.
Please join the team, madam, and do it because it's all online.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Because you have such a beautiful expression and so much clarity and beautiful expression, so it must go to everybody.
Good morning,
Right.
sir, and good morning, all. Today, I had a wonderful experience. While I was meditating, I suddenly felt some kind of jerking in body, and I felt like I'm spinning. My body was spinning.
Yes. It's a wonderful experience to have. Spinning body, rotating body, or levitating body. Continue the practice, madam. At some point, your body will float, fly, or you may see yourself, called astral travel. That may happen from there where what you're experiencing. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Thank you. Yes.
Namaste. Am I audible to speak?
Yes,
Hello?
yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I just, it was your wisdom were lovely to hear, listen to, sir. But I have a question. When you talked about oneness and dropping the boundaries, what about some toxicities, toxic emotions of others invading our mind space? Don't we need to have boundaries for that, against that? So that our own individual mind space is not invaded and we can preserve the peace or the quietness.
Let your love emotion be much far greater than a weaker, and let that be a lot more stronger in you than have a weakness to receive from somebody. You may call it boundary, I call it you increase your energy, then you are rubbing your energy onto the others, and that's how others fundamentally change. When we have this mindset that I need to protect, so that may we feel I'm weaker, change that mindset. I need to protect myself from others. There's negative energies are coming. All these concepts are more created in the mind and then we feed them. Instead, we change that. We gain so much strength, millions of times more energy through our meditative strength, and so we spread that to others. It goes without saying that we are not open to receiving the negativity from others. It goes without saying, when you have overflowing with positivity or that emotion of compassion, then other things cannot touch you. Okay.
That's true, but it requires a lot of time and willpower, and that
If you say so,
just requires a lot of strength.
if you say so, what you believe is what you create. So we
Agreed.
apply the third principle back again. I create my reality by me. So if you say a lot of effort, a lot of time, it requires years and years of practice, so be it, then it requires. If you say, no, I'm here and I see this person, Asha ji, in 3 years, has transformed significantly like that. She just said right now. And then she must have been having this kind of feeling, not just now 3 years, maybe 1 year after she started practicing, she must be there. We see it, many people go into that consciousness. It's not a switch, it's an incremental thing. And so then you're still better out of 100 situations, you've gotten better at 90 and then 91 and then 92 and then 93, right? But we are all moving into that consciousness with this simple meditation. The wisdom is so important. And if we take these two and we are sincere and regularly there, connecting to other masters, and so that we can learn from them constantly, stay inspired, we are seeing that under an year, many people are changing their consciousness. At least they understand the third level of consciousness and they're moving towards it automatically.
True.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Subhash.
Yeah, thank you. So I just had a doubt. Sometimes when I'm doing the meditation, I get a doubt if I'm doing it correctly because I remember listening in the very first session, in this 40-day session, the very first class. It was like we need to focus in between the eyebrows. We can focus, right? I'm not able to focus on the eyebrows and the breath together. I'm not sure if I'm missing anything to understand.
Okay. If you're not able to find your breath there, then take a point anywhere else where you think it's easy to find your breath. And a lot of people, it's easy right here. For a moment, take that as a point and then notice your breath going in and coming out.
Okay. If that is what it is, then I think I'm good. Okay.
And then as you master it, then see what happens if you move it up there later.
Okay, thank you.
Hi, Chandra sir. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm going through a lot of like head tingling sensations, but I'm practicing meditation from your last session. But still, like, as the earlier person said, like, still I'm not completely into it. I believe this meditation will help me to come out of this, but
yes.
Yeah, what I feel is maybe when I'm constantly observing the breath, I mean, my inner feeling is like it is observing the breath. It is not going out of it, or it is not going away from that concentration. Or
Okay, so let me rephrase it for you. And now you have been practicing for some time. Now, do you see some benefit in your life? Like become more calmer, and then people are more friendly to you.
I become more calm. Like after meditation, I become calm. Like my emotions are controlled. That one I'm feeling, but I'm trying to like come out of this headache or with this meditation. Yeah.
So you're having headache in meditation?
Not
tingling sensation.
Tingling sensation in the head and like in the face. Yeah.
Does it bother you?
Yes, it bothers me.
Meaning, is it painful, or is it just it's an experience you have during meditation, right?
Not only during meditation, it's like on and off. I get on and off on various.
Some kind of energy feeling, and it is there.
Yeah.
Tingling sensation, energy feeling is there in the head in somewhere or the other.
Yes, and here I feel, yeah.
Okay. Continue with it. I mean, it bothers you means you're not able to carry on your work, is it?
No, I'm doing my work with that pain. Yeah.
Oh, there's pain.
Yeah.
Where pain?
It comes and goes on and off, like here. Yeah.
Okay. So, first of all, it may not be anything related with meditation. Just want us to not necessarily link it. If you say something that comes and goes randomly, okay, but sure enough, that meditation can heal. It only increases general being. So that's why I asked, are you feeling better? And how do you feel about your overall health? From the time you started now, overall health is getting better? Do you feel more energized?
Yeah, overall health is better. Only this kind of different sensations on the head, it makes me, but I'm used to it now. Like, let it be on the other side. Let me live my life.
Yeah. Okay. Some of these, as the body gets adjusted to, they'll disappear if it is coming from meditation. You're just making a relation to it. Well, first of all, I understand it may not be anything to do with meditation, but if meditation, it'll disappear for sure in a few days. Okay. Just continue the practice. It's just that some people have experiencing that energies that are there after meditation, they carry it on into their wakeful time during the day, but sometimes it is there. Okay. In initial 6 months to 1 year, for some it is observed. It's not even 6 months to 1 year. From phase to phase, where we are going through a jump and shift in our life, sometimes it is experienced. Okay. A senior meditator can suddenly find themselves having this kind of experience, say 5 years later, where they're suddenly doing to the next level of evolution. All right. These are possible, but they will go away. And have conversations regularly. Do you have another meditator through whom you discuss your experiences? You have to have. I mean, we continue to emphasize this. It's not only our individual meditation. We must talk with other people who are also experiencing something. See, by now, if it's spoken to 5 other people, at least 3 of them, I bet, would have said, yes, I experienced something like this, and that's how it disappears for you. All right. So please do have that conversation constantly. Thank you. Conversation constantly with other people. You must have satsangs. You must create a circle of friends who are meditators. This group you're in a WhatsApp group, please make friends with them.
Okay, yeah, yes, sir. Thanks.
Okay. Yes, thank you.
Sir, we have a facilitator
Take this last one, Pushpavati madam, and then close.
Sure.
ನಮಸ್ತೆ ಸರ್, ಗ್ರಾಟಿಟ್ಯೂಡ್. ನನ್ಗೆ ತುಂಬಾ ಬಾಡಿ ಪೇನ್ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇತ್ತು 2 ದಿನದಿಂದ. ಸಿಕ್ಕಾಪಟ್ಟೆ ಪೇನ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಓಡಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗ್ತಿರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಆಕ್ಚುಲ್ ಆಗಿ ನಾನು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮೆಡಿಟೇಷನ್ ಶುರು ಮಾಡಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಕಾಲಲ್ಲಿ ಏನೋ ಎಳ್ಕೊಂಡ್ ಹೋದಂಗ ಆಯ್ತು. ಆಮೇಲಿಂದ ಫುಲ್ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಯ್ತು ನನ್ಗೆ ನಿಮ್ ಮೆಡಿಟೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ಮೇಲೆ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ತುಂಬಾ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೀರಿಯನ್ಸ್. ಈಗ ತುಂಬಾ ಕಾಮ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ಜಗಳ ಮಾಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಬೈಯೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಸಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಏನು ಇಲ್ಲ, ಅಷ್ಟು ಕಾಮ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ವಾಕಿಂಗ್ ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೆ, ವಾಕಿಂಗ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದೀನಿ, ರೀಡಿಂಗ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದೀನಿ ಈಗ ಬುಕ್ಸ್ ನ. ಮತ್ತೆ ನಾನು ರೀಕಾಲ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಇವತ್ತು ತುಂಬಾ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೀರಿಯನ್ಸ್ ಆಯ್ತು ಸರ್. ನನ್ಗೆ ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಬರಕ್ ಆಗ್ತಿರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ ಮೆಡಿಟೇಷನ್ ಇಂದ. ಫುಲ್ ಬಾಡಿ ಹೈಟ್ ಆಗೋದು ಮತ್ತೆ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗೋದು ಆತರ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇತ್ತು. ಫುಲ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಫುಲ್ ಮೇಲ್ ತನಕ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಬಾಡಿ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಅಷ್ಟು ದೂರ ಹೋಯ್ತು ಬಾಡಿ. ಮತ್ತೆ ಕೆಳಗ್ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇತ್ತು. ಬಟ್ ನನ್ಗೆ ಈ ಕಡೆ ಕಾನ್ಶಿಯಸ್ಸೇ ಇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ನೀವು ಏನ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಿರೋ ಅದು ಕಾಷನ್ಸ್ ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಬಟ್ ನನ್ಗೆ ಇದ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಹೊರಗ್ ಬರಕ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ. ನೀವು ಮೆಡಿಟೇಷನ್ ಮುಗಿಸಿದ್ರು ನನ್ಗೆ ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಬರಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಅಷ್ಟು ನನ್ಗೆ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೀರಿಯನ್ಸ್ ಆಯ್ತು ಸರ್. ಮತ್ತೆ ಕಾಲ್ ತುಂಬಾ ನೋವಿತ್ತು, ನಾ ಹೇಳಿದ್ನಲ್ಲ ಸರ್, ಕಾಲ್ ಫುಲ್ ನೋವು ಹೋಯ್ತು ನನ್ಗೆ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಚೆಸ್ಟ್ ಪೇನ್ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇತ್ತು ನಂಗೆ ಆಗಾಗ. ಹಾರ್ಟ್ ರಿಲೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗಿಂದ ಚೆಸ್ಟ್ ಪೇನ್ ಫುಲ್ ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ ಆಯ್ತು. ಈಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಯಾವಾಗ್ಲೂ ಬರ್ತಾನೆ ಇಲ್ಲ ಈಗ. ಆಕ್ಚುಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಅಷ್ಟು ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಚೆಸ್ಟ್ ಪೇನ್ ನನ್ಗೆ. ಮತ್ತೆ ತುಂಬಾ ಬಾಡಿ ಲೈಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಸರ್. ನಂಗೆ ಯಾವಾಗ್ಲೂ ಹೆವಿನೆಸ್ ಅನ್ಸೋದು, ಬಾಡಿ ತುಂಬಾ ಭಾರ ಅನ್ಸ್ತಾ ಇತ್ತು. ಈಗ ಫುಲ್ ಲೈಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಸರ್. ಸೊ ಗ್ರಾಟಿಟ್ಯೂಡ್ ಸರ್, ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ತುಂಬಾ ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ಸ್. ನಿಮ್ಗೆ, ನಾಗೇಂದ್ರ ಸರ್ಗೆ, ಮತ್ತೆ ರಾಕೇಶ್ ಸರ್ಗೆ ರಿಯಲಿ ಹಾರ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಗ್ರಾಟಿಟ್ಯೂಡ್ ಸರ್. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಸರ್.
Thank you, madam. We are grateful to Nagendra and yes, Rakesh. Nagendra ji and Rakesh.
Yes, sir.
For doing that Canada session. They will do again.
Okay,
in
sir.
March. As soon as this program is over, all these local language sessions will start again in a bigger way.
ಮತ್ತೆ ನೀವು ಒನ್ನೆಸ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರಲ್ಲ ಸರ್, ಅದನ್ನ ನಾನು ತುಂಬಾ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೀರಿಯನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ ಸರ್ ಈಗ. ತುಂಬಾ ಅಂದ್ರೆ 100% ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ಸೊ ನಾನು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ, ಅವ್ರು ಏನಾರು ಹೇಳಿದಾಗ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಕೋಪ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇತ್ತು ನನ್ಗೆ, ಐ ಆಮ್ ಆಂಗ್ರಿ. ಬಟ್ ಈಗ ನಾನು ಆತರ ಕೋಪ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ, ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು, ಏನಿದು ಅವ್ರು ಹೇಳೋದ್ ಸರಿನೋ ತಪ್ಪೋ, ಅಥವಾ ನನಗಿದ್ ಸಂಬಂಧ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಾನು ತಲೆನೂ ಹಾಕಲ್ಲ, ಸುಮ್ನೆ ಆಗ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀನಿ ಸರ್. ತುಂಬಾ ತಿಳ್ಕೊತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ನಿಜವಾಗ್ಲೂ ನೀವು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರೋದೆಲ್ಲ 100% ರೈಟ್ ಸರ್. ರಿಯಲಿ ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು. ಗ್ರಾಟಿಟ್ಯೂಡ್ ಸರ್. ಚಂದ್ರ ಸರ್, ಗ್ರಾಟಿಟ್ಯೂಡ್.
Thank you. Nagendra, briefly translate that and then conclude the session. Thank you, madam.
Sure, sir. So she had a lot of leg pain. After doing meditation, she is able to overcome that right now. And she started reading books. She stopped walking in between, and then she started walking again and doing lot of things. And she started getting a lot of experiences in the meditation right now. Like her body is floating, and then she used to have a heaviness in the body. Now she's feeling very light, and also the last thing what she said was she started fighting with each other, and she started feeling oneness with everyone. And if someone said something to her, she will think right now before reacting, and then she will think whether whatever they are saying is correct or not, and then before react. And if that is not important to her, and it is not making any sense, she started ignoring it. That's the benefit she got from the meditations.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you all, dear friends, for the satsang. And we'll see you all tomorrow again. Thank you.
Gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around me. I'm so grateful. 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 Gratitude before me. Gratitude behind me. Gratitude to the left of me. Gratitude to the right of me. Gratitude above me. Gratitude below me. Gratitude within me. Gratitude all around me. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. I'm so.
Thanks everyone for joining.